Good afternoon and happy St. Patrick's Day to all. My name is Brian Vidic and I am the President and CEO of Destinations Credit Union. Approaching 22 years as your CEO, it's my pleasure to welcome everyone to our third virtual and 87th annual meeting of Destinations Credit Union. As COVID has taken its toll on the world, it has to Destinations Credit Union as well, now entering the third year of the pandemic. As we have all experienced loss of some kind over the last 2.5 years, we have at DCU as well. We lost one of our longtime icons in December of 2021. Many of you knew Mr. Lee Session, who served as a board member over 40 years for MTA Credit Union, now Destinations Credit Union. His vision and character spoke for themselves, so we will say stay strong, as we know we will. See you again, Lee. Destinations was also affected by what is being called the Great Resignation, in addition to the retirement of long-tenured employees who were reevaluating and accelerating their timelines. It has been difficult to hire staff back into the labor force once they've exited. At one time over the last 2 years, we were down a third of our total staff. This plus the variant outbreaks have forced us to intermittently close our lobby at our Cedar Hill location and branch office at Northwest Hospital, all while maintaining our drive-through access hours Monday through Saturday, 6 days a week. We have continued to do more with less under these strained conditions and are committed to only hiring qualified personnel to serve our members' financial needs as we continue to rebuild. Our staff has shown an ongoing resilience in continuing our journey through uncharted waters to meet the challenges we face in an ever-changing world, while delivering on our mantra of people helping people. We are committed to meeting our members where they are and available in various capacities, in branch, virtually, via telephone or mobile, or through email to assist in improving our members' financial well-being. We remain laser focused in managing your deposits during a low rate economic environment. While the economy continues to stabilize, Destinations Credit Union continues to pay competitive rates on your deposits and at the same time assists in all areas of your lending needs by offering real estate, signature, new and used cars, and credit card loans, all while working on very thin margins. This has been one of the greatest challenges where saving growth continues to outpace lending growth. We are constantly evaluating all of our risk mitigation strategies, ensuring proper protocol measures are in place in order to protect our framework and comply with federal and state regulations. We know we fulfill an essential role in the lives of our members and are confident that we are safeguarding the sustainability of our current and future members of Destinations Credit Union as we continue to move forward and bank smarter. Thank you for your membership. I'd like to turn the next piece over to Mr. Reed Kreider, our Chairman of the Board.
Thank you, Brian. Good afternoon. I'd like to call the meeting to order. I'd like to first have confirmation of our roll call.
Yes.
Confirmation. And next we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Everyone can join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All members that would like to address this body are requested to type your remarks in the comments section of the screen. The moderator or speaker will read the comments as presented. Reports and financials are also available to download on your screen to accompany the presentation. I'd like to now introduce the board and committee members participating today, either virtually, through live stream, or in person. First, obviously, Reed Kreider, I'm the chairman. We have George Hamilton, he's our vice chairman. John Davison, our treasurer. Joan Montgomery, our secretary. Lonnie Berkenbeck, William Lovelace, Michelle Macer, Sherwood Ramsey, John Smolinski, two board of directors. On our supervisory committee, We have John Smolinski, he's the chairman of the supervisory committee, Frank Fatita, Elizabeth Kreider, and Lauren Hill. Next, Brian will come up and introduce the staff.
Thank you, Reed. As I said, I'm Brian Vidic, your president and CEO. Christina Kaler is our CFO. Walter Scholey is our CSO, Chief Strategy Officer. Sonia Hart is our recording secretary and also accounting and policy analyst and board liaison. And I'd also like to introduce a representative for our independent auditing firm, YHB CPAs and Consultants, Mr. Steve Halpern, excuse me, CPA principal.
When a call for a motion is submitted, you will be prompted to respond with the first and second motion. Once they are recorded, we will submit the agenda item for the vote. There will be a brief pause to allow for all members to cast their votes and for these votes to be calculated. At this time, we will vote to dispense with the reading of the minutes in the March 18, 2021 meeting. Please respond to the prompt calling for the first and second motions. Once the motions are recorded, you will then be asked to cast your vote.
Okay, the votes have been calculated on the first and second motion submitted, and as there were 15 yeas and 2 nays, the motion carries.
Very good. Next, we'll have presentation of reports. We'll start with the chairman and president's report, and I'll be addressing that. As the board of directors, committee members, and staff of Destinations Credit Union enter our 87th year of dedicated service to our members, we're pleased to report another year of holding our commitment to ideals in the credit union movement. While we provide you, our members, a secure financial institution as a local banking alternative, we want to express our sincerest gratitude for your trust and loyalty to serve as your financial partner. Despite many obstacles we continue to face during the pandemic, Destinations Credit Union has managed a successful year while returning a modest net income and remaining healthy and stable. As of December 2021, Destinations had a capital asset ratio of 12.55%. In comparison, to be considered well capitalized by our federal insurer, the National Credit Union Administration, credit unions must have a net worth to asset ratio of 7%. We have nearly twice the required ratio based on NCUA guidelines. Annually, credit unions provide $18.9 billion in total financial benefits across the country through our higher returns, lower rates, and fewer fees. Our total assets at the end of the year were a little over $70 million, as we generated a total net income this year of $23,851. As the COVID-19 pandemic continued to force the necessity to periodically close our lobby at Sabre Hill Road and our hospital branch located throughout 2021. Our drive-through and ATM access lanes remain open with regular business hours during the course of the year. The unprecedented events pose difficult challenges for all of us. However, Destinations Credit Union moved swiftly and surely to adapt, having processes and services in place before the pandemic hit, allowing us to continue to serve you. As we pivoted to offer enhance our ability to serve you through a combination of online and mobile banking options, we maintained a consistent drive-through ATM access in addition to offering the ease of electronic signing for both membership and loan document forms. expanding convenience and accessibility while maintaining high standards of security and privacy are the highest importance in providing exceptional service. Last year, between both locations, we processed approximately 48,000 teller transactions for our members. We value each one of you, and we count on your participation as part of the cooperative that makes us who we are. Destinations Credit Union commitment is to provide you with the best member service experience possible, whether that's through our personal service or through more high-tech conveniences. We appreciate the faith you place in us, allowing us to improve your overall financial well-being and to meet all of your financial needs. We will continue to work diligently to make Destinations Credit Union worthy of being your trusted financial partner for years to come. I'm proud of our entire team and would like to personally thank them for all of their hard work, not only every year, but especially this year. They showed empathy and resilience as we navigated and continue to navigate ongoing changes in the credit union processes. We thank you all so much for what you do every day for our members. You, the members, we appreciate your kindness and patience as we continue to serve you. We know that Destinations Credit Union is a choice for you, and we appreciate you choosing us for your trusted financial partner. Respectfully submitted, Required Chairman, Brian Vidic, CEO. Next, we'll have the Treasurer's Report from Christine Kelly.
Good afternoon. In 2021, despite the ongoing pandemic, Destinations Credit Union continued to grow its balance sheet by nearly 6%, or $3.9 million compared to 2020. Loans grew almost $500,000, while investments increased $5.4 million, offsetting funds generated from member deposits. Member shares increased 7.6%, or $4.3 million year over year, and nearly $11.5 million since the end of fiscal year 2019. Gross income positively increased by 155% compared to 2020. Despite declining income from lower rates on interest-earning assets, the credit union was able to reduce some of its operating expenses and generate nearly $24,000 in net income for fiscal year-end 2021 compared to the $43,000 net loss incurred in 2020. The credit union's capital position decreased slightly in 2021, but remains strong at 12.55% by year-end, still way above the regulatory requirement of 7%. Thank you for your continued trust and confidence in Destinations Credit Union. Respectively submitted for John F. Davison, Treasurer.
Next, we'll have the Supervisory Committee Report, Mr. John Shmilinski.
Good afternoon. The Supervisory Committee, which is appointed by the board, holds 6 meetings throughout the year. The main function of the committee is to ensure the credit union's financial statements are presented fairly and accurately. The Supervisory Committee also ensures that management's practices and procedures are sufficient to safeguard member assets. For those reasons, the committee hired YHB CPAs and Consultants, formerly Rouse & Company, LLP, an independent, licensed, certified public accounting firm to perform an opinion audit of the credit union's financial statements. The committee concludes that, in their opinion, the financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position of Destinations Credit Union as of December 31st, 2021 and 2020, and the results of its operations and its cash flows for the years then ended in conformity with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States of America. In 2021, Destinations Credit Union established an Enterprise Risk Management ERM committee comprised of President Vidic and 3 additional senior staff members to oversee the development and implementation of the ERM plan. The plan encompasses all aspects of identifying, analyzing, and monitoring areas of risk for the credit union. The ERM committee reports directly to the supervisory committee to provide regular updates on reviews. The inclusion of overseeing the ERM plan as part of the supervisory committee's responsibilities prompted increasing the quarterly meetings to 6 that will be performed annually. The committee is composed of 4 members who meet with the credit union on the 3rd Tuesday of the month, 6 times annually, to carry out their responsibilities to the membership. We are proud to be a part of a credit union that is so committed to excellence, and thank the management and staff for all their hard work. Respectfully submitted, John Smolinski, Chairman, Frank Fertitta, Lauren Hill, and Elizabeth Kreider.
Okay, next we'll have the lending committee report. Fortress Coley.
Good afternoon. 2021 had a slight market recovery. Consumers slowly regained confidence as businesses and institutions began reopening. Yes, the openings were intermittent and there were back and forth changes. However, those efforts were consistent, and getting back to normal was the goal, even though the meaning of normal had to be redefined and still is. Despite this situation, in 2021, Destinations Credit Union funded a total of 663 new loans, disbursing over $12 million. In addition, Destinations disbursed a total of $3.9 million in credit cards and home equity lines of credit, for a great total of $16.1 million in lending activity, an increase of approximately $4.8 million if we take 2020 as a reference point. And this is the result of several factors that play key roles. Chief among them, having the right people in the right places. We just heard our chairman and our president talking about the challenges of restaffing. More efficient procedures were instilled. The implementation of a new loan origination system. Therefore, our turnaround time for loan application process improved dramatically. Our staff has been introduced to a more specialized training to add the necessary skill sets to succeed in today's market. And most importantly, to provide an exceptional member experience. I would like to point out that this training is permanent. These enhancements, combined with our new and existing strategic partnerships, have contributed to the results we are presenting you today. And as it was stated in our lending report last year, this is just the beginning. Speaking of partnerships, Destinations Credit Union continued and expanded its partnership with the Credit Union Mortgage Association, CUMA, which in 2021 contributed to our total lending production with almost $3.7 million in first mortgages. I would like to mention that this is an institutional record. Moreover, this is a 300% increase compared with a $1.2 million book in 2020. I would like to mention that as in December 2021, CUMA is also servicing our first mortgages, and this provides our members with faster, more efficient assistance and all resources for their management. We strongly recommend our members to take advantage of our great mortgage products. For example, our 1515 ARM, which is virtually a 30-year mortgage with a 15-year rate. These are fantastic money-saving opportunities, whether your goal is to purchase or refinance your home. Well, we are still seeing record low rates, well, at least when this report was written. But give us a call. Visit our new website, or stop our branches, ask us how can we assist you to save money and achieve your financial goals. This is a clear proof that our partnerships are helping our members meet their financial goals, in this case by saving them thousands of dollars on interest. As always, we continue reviewing our policies, procedures, workflows, systems, ensuring the effectiveness of our lending operation to remain competitive in this ever-changing industry. Allow me to mention that as a state-chartered and federally insured credit union, we're audited by the state of Maryland, the National Credit Union Association, and we remain compliant with the rules instilled by our regulators. It's our promise to continue being the best financial alternative, expanding and improving current and future relationships. With that in mind, we're committed to develop new products and services that will position Destinations Credit Union as the primary financial institution for our members. As indicated at the beginning of this report, 2021 was a year marked by improvement across the institution. But we're still a long road ahead of us, and we cannot get comfortable and stop, as we shall continue moving forward. Respectfully, Walter Shelby, Chief Strategy Officer. Thank you.
Thank you, Walter. We will now vote to accept these reports as presented. Please respond to the prompt calling for the first and second motions. Once the motions are recorded, you will then be able to cast your vote.
Okay, the votes have been calculated. On the first and second motion submitted, and as there were 22 yeas and 0 nays, the motion to accept the report carries.
Very good. Under old business, I'd like to announce that there was no unfinished business in the last annual meeting held on March 18th, 2021. Under new business, we have approval of honorariums. You will now vote to approve the board. Oh, I'm sorry. Under new business, we have the presentation of the nominating committee report. Announce the results of the election. Mr. Smolinski.
Good afternoon again. Nominating committee report. The nominating committee has nominated the following candidates to run for the 3 available seats on the 2022 Board of Directors. Lorenz Larney Birkenbach, Sherman Hope, Reed Kreider, Joan Montgomery. Election results for the 2022 Board of Directors. Since there were 4 candidates running for 3 seats on the Board of Directors, the election was held by ballot. Members in good standing and over the age of 18 who were signed up for electronic online banking were given the opportunity to vote through the online banking platform. The remaining members were sent a paper ballot. There were a total of 579 ballots returned, either online electronically or by paper. I would like to announce that the directors elected to serve 3-year terms beginning today are Lorenz Birkenbach, Larney Reed Kreider, and Joan Montgomery. Thank you to all the members who voted in this election. Respectfully submitted, John Smolensky, Supervisory Chairman, Board Director, William Lovelace, Board Director, and Brian Vidick, President, CEO. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Now we'll get down to the approval of the honorariums. We will now vote to approve the Board, Directors, and Supervisory Committee honorariums and other compensation as announced in the January 2022 Destinations Credit Union Board and Committee Compensation Notice, which was sent earlier electronically or by the United States Postal Service. Please respond to the prompt calling for the first and second motions. Once the motions are recorded, you'll then be able to cast your vote.
Okay, the votes have been calculated on the first and second motion submitted, and as there were 12 yeas and 7 nays, the motion carries to approve the honorariums.
Okay, thank you very much. The last item is our adjournment. So I'd now like to call for a motion to adjourn this meeting. Please respond to the prompt calling for the first and second note motions. Once the motions are recorded, you'll then be able to cast your vote.
Okay, the votes have been calculated on the first and second motion submitted, and as there were 23 yeas and 0 nays, the motion carries to adjourn the meeting.
Okay, our meeting is now officially adjourned. I'd like to once again thank all of our members for being a part of Destinations Credit Union. We really appreciate you being a member and your business. Thank you.